coach. I don't want to put too many expectations because this team has just gone international. This team has just made these changes. So let's hold our breaths. But there will be expectations on this team. It might not be this season, but they will be there because NAVI are here with a mission to prove. They've gone international. They've got something to say about it. Let her cook. The upset queens of the scene. Are they going to start their season with a bang?
Astra's got a flash. Angelica already looking to get aggressive as soon as she gets a whiff of contact. That would be pulled for Astra. A slower pace round, but look at apartments. D7's got all of that. A trade immediate on Banana, but there goes D7 on Balk.
About to be splitting onto A. Melly needs to do a lot alongside Hikomi. They're just going to scale out through the apartments. No one's here. Melly falls back, run over by Hanka. Hikomi smoked off, not able to get involved. All three CTs locked out by the utility. The door operators were dropped, so I was wondering maybe if there was a kit available, potentially on one of those players. But a very difficult retake, especially with Viku's positioning. She spots out Hikomi, not going to offer up her life immediately. Slinks back in. I might have seen her. But Viku with the P250 able to convert cleanly. Will get traded out, but time has ticked down. This will be NAVI taking the pistol.
Already a good sign for NAVI. This is not going to be sort of a NAVI fan club watch party, but to break down that pistol, it wasn't very intricate, but it was incredibly direct. The whole idea was to take contact on Banana, and as soon as you've got a little bit of control in towards the apartments, you immediately throw this into a play in towards the A site. And what's great is you've got Astra that ends up throwing the flashbang over the balcony for D7, and D7 creates all of this space to allow Hanka to scale up towards short. But notice how it is all together. That isn't an individual effort from NAVI Javelins. All the pieces are moving in tandem, and it just works out beautifully.
And this is why we love Let Her Cook. Jonana rocking the Mag 7 in round 2. It's the Force Buy. She's a solo B Mag 7. It's my goat. Could she get done with it? Moving forward. Swinging, hits the first shot, but on the jump up, punished. NAVI, are they just going to scale in, or will they take their time? Hikomi is rotating, but all she has is the flash, so might even be D7 that ends this. Tucked in, swings up, perfect timing for one. Will get traded out, but Hanka arrives, and between the two of them, they deal with this aggressive push. Hikomi is at B. Viku's just going to walk in, see what's going on, and if she can call it clear, the rest of the team can meet up with her.
Yeah, they noted this mid-push, so now they're worried about whether someone's gone in towards seconds and is now flanking in towards spawn. And this slowdown has actually created doubt in Hikomi's mind, whereas this bomb actually ended up that they've got B, but they haven't planted, so maybe it is this A site. Penny finally drops, and because this was, all the pennies dropped into the basket for Let Her Cook, Hikomi's just going to go and save.
You never want to be saving an MP9 in a flashbang, but that is just the way of things. Vicky's actually on the hunt as well, wants to deny everything possible. Might even know if Famas has dropped top mid, so perhaps she can go pick that up if she can find a player on the way out. But no, I think Hikomi's going to be okay in short. Especially now that she knows VQ's on her way. Yeah, so Hikomi will save, I think. An extra $600 in the pocket as well.
You take those, even if it is just a little bit of a consolation. NAVI again just kind of covering all their bases, taking the banana control off the back of D7's info. She gets flashed back. It's easy trades and cleanups for Hanka. And then a free B bomb site. Reward, an eco. Bar Hikomi saved MP9. A nade stack down B could do significant damage, and it has. Astra removed.
That's that revenge arc. Bombed out by her former teammates. Now they're just going to leave Hakomi here because she's got the armor, because she's got the MP9, and she's got a smoke to delay. They can stack. Hey, I love this call.
It's definitely the right idea. And Hakomi just drops a flash just to try and delay, but Hanka catches her. And now it's going to be this full exec. They're going to drop all this util, but they're soon going to find that once again, the B bomb site is completely vacant, and it will just be a third round.
I love the jump through sound we have to hear now.
It's definitely a lot more audible than in previous patches.
Yeah, unfortunately,
That's an AK.
people agents are all dudes. Not like that I specifically want to hear a woman crunching. I just mean that, you know, it's just like a bit nicer for ESL Impact if that's, you know, it's more suitable. I'm not getting, yeah, okay. Anyway, Navi 3-0, Mali saves an AK.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
This gun round's going to tell us a lot of things. Because Navi, in essence, have done the same round three times over. And that is kind of what Inferno is. It kind of does feel a little bit monotonous at times because you are just taking the same pieces of map control and then trying to just make sure the rotates are sort of set up in your favor. For Let Her Cook, I do expect now we've got the first gun round to see a lot more aggression. Whether that is into the apartments or primarily Banana, this is what I'm looking towards. Manashine Avery, they're already just sort of directing that they're going to head that way. Banana's got the AWP spawn for top mid. So we get to see just kind of what a peak might look like.
We got both AWPs in play. Joanna's sounds off. Yuki's does as well. So information both ways. Joanna getting curious towards the apartments. Angelica on the other side of the bedroom. Flash forward. Joanna misses the chance. Angelica can establish some control. Ivari has no idea Hanker is here. Yeah. Almost gets the kill though.
I think you trade that, though. Definitely trade 98 points, and BQ obliges, gives the AWP over. Re-aggression perfect. Out of Let Her Cook in towards Boiler, and Jonana follows up on VQ. Two massive finds, and suddenly, if you're NAVI, you got to try and get past mid, but it's Jonana on the AWP, swiping away Astra. And you feel like the call must be for NAVI to go in towards this B site, and Manashine just lies in wait.
I think it's got 2 HP. How do you even manage this? He's got a trade offer and set up D7 for the clutch. Now Jonana's going to arrive, but with the AWP, can't get involved, but a flashbang can be set up if they want to swing. Manashine looking forward, drops D7 as well. Definitely out of the question for Hanker at this stage. In fact, just saving the AWP is the best option. I'm not sure she'll even be allowed that. The Hakomi doesn't look to extend. As long as Hanker doesn't go around this corner, she might be okay to hold on to this. Maybe? Yeah, she'll be okay.
This is why this game's really interesting to me, because you've got more of an aggressive style out of Let Her Cook, going through a rebuild, but you've also got a team that has completely changed a lot where it comes to their structure, their identity of where they want to be in terms of the leadership. So what that means is that NAVI are deliberately going to try and do like these things in stages, and it's not going to become telegraphed automatically, but it's going to be basically like this piece of util, da, this piece of map control, and then we go into this at this time in, etc, etc. And Let Her Cook can disrupt this, and exactly what that Boiler at mid re-aggression did. It was perfect. It was a really good answer. NAVI now have to be aware of this. Potential retake for Banana on the horizon, but there's no flashbangs here apart from on Avery. So Joanna's just going to walk in behind this and try and bait in the sandbags player. However, that hasn't worked.
Yeah, Hanker's just able to push forward into the molly and get the kill. VQ is waiting for that reaggress, punishes Jonana. Basically, Navi doing to let her cook what Let Her Cook did to them. Shine, the only one on B. Utility gets moved, well, sorry, weapons get moved around. Hanker's going to be the bait. And we'll go investigating, and we'll find Angelica, but that's just going to be a consolation prize. This will be Navi's fourth.
It's interesting that Angelica's lurking. I feel like that should be like more prime D7 territory. Like having apps, just kind of getting the space up boiler.
Do you want to change up Angelica and Hanker's position too much?
No. But I think I'd still prefer Angelica with the pack.
They got a lot of knives that they can utilize.
I think the thing with this is it actually hurts my brain when teams make like a couple of changes, because I'm always second guessing myself about what they used to look like. So was Angelica lurking before for Navi?
They'd often have her and Hanker at kind of each extremity, and the pack would be with one of them.
Okay.
Depending on what they found. I think of Anubis is a good example of this, right? Angelica would be kind of towards the B side, often around cave, or dark, sorry. Never called it cave before. And Hanker is always in A vein, right? So
that makes sense.
So poking and prodding. So we kept a few weapons. We get the AWP still in the hands of Jonana, so that's a good boon for her. Still a pretty good buy for Let Her Cook.
I've really prioritized this banana control. And it has worked. Mana Shine goes 2 for 1. That's a really respectable trade here, just to take all the contact away. But D7 begins scaling in towards the balcony. Hikomi needs to take note of this. Timing will be favorable for Hikomi. She looks back, but also loses her teammate in the progress. Angelica removed, and D7, a position now known. And Hikomi is just holding on. Mana Shine's now got the counter utility. And Hikomi will collect the kill. And to be fair to her, she has played it perfectly.
Yeah, she also lost support, so knew that D7 had dropped Pit, wasn't going to swing her in shot immediately, so she could focus onto Angelica. And Viku has an impossible position to play out. Mana Shine is on the side itself. Then you got Hikomi under, so yeah, as soon as you try and come out and deal with one, Mana Shine's able to get that kill. Huge round for Mana Shine, spamming down through the smoke, getting 2 for it. She's kind of the cannon fodder to set that up, but that's a happy trade. She actually dinks her teammate in the process. It's fine. Double, rotations there. Everything plays out perfectly.
Yeah, I felt like Navi tried to rush and force that issue there. Based on the space that they had in towards apartments. I feel like they could have taken maybe just an extra couple of seconds rather than trying to immediately put like a square peg in a round hole. This time aggression shifts for Let Her Cook. 3 players remain on A. Normal scheduled programming resumed. For NAVI Javelins, the buy, it's not the best.
Yeah, Astra's just got the Tech 9. Melly. Nice little angle to deal with D7. If she comes around, smoke will land. They're just going to burst in. Angelica gets one. Melly needs to step up, and she does. Expecting a further swing, but it's Hanker disrupting around, but you still got the AWP to deal with. Jonana in the sight, looking for the shot. Actually hits it through the wall. But Astra's Tech 9 finds the head. Bomb to be planted. Rifle recovered for Astra, but both these Ts barely alive. Good spam. Almost catches off Mana Shine. Now the double up from long. Smoked off currently. There's that slight gap that they're peering over, but they do have to respect it. Barry's got the Molotov. This could be devastating. No, Hanker is quite forward, so it's not going to affect her. And that smoke to allow the scaling. Hanker actually has a good line to deal with this if they scale over the box, and they do, straight into Hanker. Couldn't have played that more perfect if she tried.
Yeah, not only in that afterplant situation, but also in the initial hit, because notice how she just delays her push in short for an extra second and a half, and it completely catches the defense off guard. Melly in particular, who has done so well to get these first 2 fights, never expecting Hanker to be late on that timing. You expect all the NAVI Javelins to go together, but no, it's just that little tiny timing that undoes everything. So with the Tech 9s and the Mac 10s, they make it work. Now Lella Cook, they get a taste of it as well. Avery this time wielding the Mac 7.
Navi looks to retake the control of Banana, so Avery will be tested in this position. Saw Jonana get a single kill from here. Normally the Mac 7 is good for one, and Avery shows us how it's done. That forces Manashine to fall backwards. A rotation from Jonana. I mean, they're just going to contact in. Surely the smoke's going to land in a moment. Yeah. Jonana spams. Trying to distract as Riku scales. Manashine tucked in a second. Is able to get one. Flashbang is good. She finds the follow-up. Eventually trade out by Hanker. But again, it's the advantage for Leto Cook. It's for the time being. Very fast progression up Banana. Bomb being planted. They need to be ready for this D7. Not quite. Hanker doesn't plant the bomb. Oh, and the timing. The timing. Oh, but Jonana didn't finish the kill. It's okay, though. It's okay. Melly gets the kill and Leto Cook get their third.
Although we were just focused on Banana, that was a really good mid-round from Leto Cook. Because as soon as they lost top Banana and they lost sort of car, immediately you get the double pushing towards the apartments, you get the rotation over from Jonana, but it's instantaneous. And that means that this Banana scaling can get here in time and prevent Navi from putting the bomb down, formulating an afterplant. The reaction was instantaneous. And that's what earns them that third round.
Yeah, great teamwork between Manashine and Jonana. Navi didn't get the bomb plant down, but they have decided to force into it. Yes. Oh, I thought I was laughing, like, but it's the jump through.
I didn't say anything.
I thought you were like snorting, but no, it was just the...
No. It was
See,
just the noise.
Done. Now, bring them back.
They're forced this first stage
It's
loss.
the first time I've ever thought that an agent was you.
Oh dear.
All right. Yeah, Tech 9s.
Yeah.
I thought they might go pacey. It looks like it's going to be a pop on B. Don't want to reveal their hands just yet. And, honestly, this could work. Rotations will be very slow because it's a triple short setup.
I think you break this smoke. I don't
Yeah,
think you run through it. I think you nade the smoke open and then push through it.
Well, he's dropped. They have to wait it out. That's not going to matter, really.
They're still not rotating here. Here comes the pop. Hanker overwhelms Ivory, and now Manashine's just shut out the site. It has to be a retake effort here.
Bomb has been planted.
They are going to go for it. Too quickly up Banana. Very quickly, in fact. A lot for Vika to deal with just that Tech 9. She's dealt with, spammed out. A swing, almost good for the double. A lot of damage done onto Astra. Dink from Jonana, but she still gets the kill. A melee swings around the corner. Angelica, MP9 in hand. Needs to find 3, and there's only one place she can be. Too much for her to handle. They get in easily enough. There's the follow-up that they can't close.
I think that's a comms issue for Na'Vi. I think that's the first instance we're seeing there in the first half of communication breakdown. Because look at the setup they had in towards Coffins. They had the up-down. They were able to get the kill without losing any players. And from there, it's just D7 that strafes into the open. And then everyone else from Na'Vi just kind of gets lost in the source a little bit. And they make the retake really easy and achievable here for Let Her Cook, but take nothing away from the individual shots, Melly in particular, onto Astra. That was a vital one. It's Na'Vi that knock on the door, but it's Let Her Cook that lock it and slam it behind them. 5-4, which forces a true eco from the T side and the chance for Iveri to make some money on the MP9.
Yeah, she'd love to get a few cheeky kills here. However, with the smoke down, she actually won't be offered them up.
Oh, that was close.
That's deep. Janata gets the kill though. Drops the molly, keeps him at bay. Meanwhile, Brandon, Crescent versus Bigger Keeper. 9-3 first half, on Crescent's map pick. 9 rounds on the CT side of Nuke for Bigger Keeper. Jenny R, 17-5.
Okay.
So maybe you don't need Kyosa if Jenny R's in that kind of form.
Yeah, that's the thing worth noting, is that Letty, who was playing for NAVI Javelins, is now playing for Bigger Keeper. Kyosa needs some time out the server. So Letty stands in. And Manashine stands tall and delivers with 3 kills. 35 seconds, bomb plant is not happening here for VQ. So Let Her Cook, they've had a really impressive resurgence here on this CT side. This was what, 4-1?
Oh.
That's a great shot. Bomb down still looking unlikely. Unless nothing.
Melly's very good. She's looking like that one slip. Yeah, but really, I didn't actually think Manashine would be the player at the top of the server here for Let Her Cook. Granted, 3 of her kills were just eco kills just now, but it's really Melly who I'm looking to step up for the most part. Her and Hikomi, kind of in the space of Rachel. It's those two that I expect big things from. Melly, I believe, was the second best performer for this team when they were on LAN.
Another pause. 2 out of 3 pauses used early for Na'Vi.
Yeah, I imagine the T side, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I imagine that's where you have to do a lot more of your work, right? When you're swapping comms to English and you've got this new IGL. Because on the CT side, you kind of just play your setups for the most part. So this is where I guess they want to make sure they put the most effort in, because I think they can rely a lot on their players in their positions on the CT side.
I think you can argue it both ways.
Actually, yeah, especially on Inferno, right?
I do think it makes more sense to sort of prioritize this T side, because I think, yeah, on Inferno in particular, it can be really difficult to try and make these mid-round calls and sort of get a clearer picture of what's going on in the round with the defense shuffle. I think CT side will be difficult though. Johanna. Oh, blindsided. It's just D7 on the elevated portion of the railing rather than the balcony, enough to offset the crosshair. Melly loves this angle.
That's the D7 peak that we've come to expect in recent times. So that was very nice to watch.
And now Na'Vi have slowed things down because they're anticipating a reaction. Last time they lost apartments, Let Her Cook, they double swung in towards middle with Jonana's AWP. This time it is still a investment in towards top brackets, but it's a lot slower. They're not actually trying to force and fight the issue. They're relying on their crossfire to do the heavy lifting. And I think where Na'Vi have not seen anyone... Oh, here we go. Here comes the swing. Here comes the push. This is exactly what Na'Vi were waiting for. Flashbang good out of Let Her Cook, but the trades for Na'Vi, it's just a little bit better.
Yeah, it ended up being the majority of the forces too from Let Her Cook.
That is actually such a shame, Lucy, because if Let Her Cook actually just sat there, I think it would have gone a lot differently.
Yeah, but you can understand when you're a player down and you've got no
Agreed.
info, you've got to play alone on B as well. You feel like you do need to make that play. So I don't think it's a bad call by any measure. It's
No,
just one
I
of those
don't
things.
either.
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad call. It's just like
unlucky.
yeah, because that's what Na'Vi were holding for. They were holding for that exact reaction.
Which is good from Na'Vi, right? That's a good sign kind of that mid-rounding from Astro being able to scare our guys. We're expecting this. I know what they play like, let me tell you. They are going to go for this aggressive pick to get that info. We'll wait for it. So 6 on the T side. Cook's actually going to be in a bit of a rough spot in this final round of the half too. They were able to win one of these rounds that had the FAMASs and MP9s, Mag 7s before, so don't doubt them.
It's interesting because they were praising the rifling core like quite a lot for Na'Vi, but the floor of this team currently in this first half is quite lower than where it needs to be, especially to take down an opponent of the caliber of Cook.
Aggressive fight down Banana. It cost them a lot from the spam, but they get 2 players close. Oh, imagine if Hank could just drop the HE in this corner.
How about the
All
bullets?
right, who cares? How about drop some bullets in the corner?
Yeah.
It's Hanker in the ring, baby. Sorry, Hank is just like one of my favorite players. I was just exciting to watch.
We get it. You like Na'Vi.
I'm not biased. Just like Navi. We'll have to pick a team, okay? You picked Nip, I picked Navi. This was decided many moons ago. Melly on the angle, but about to get split. She's relying a lot on Mana Shine, who is getting contact and forced into the open. Burnt out from Astra. Melly is able to get that kill, but immediately the swing from Angelico. Jared Anna, MP9 in hand. 1 versus 4. Anything to offer up? No. It will be Na'Vi getting the round and winning out the lion's share on their T half.
a slight lead here for NAVI Javelins. They take 7 rounds on their T side. Let It Cook made it look competitive. Now they've got to make it look even better here on their attack.
Yeah, honestly, quite impressed by Let It Cook on the CT side. I believe it's their T sides that have always historically been their strength. So let's see how it looks with the new members in the mix. Yeah, good control and a shine. Slowly chasing Viku, who has managed to slip away. All off, but look at the space Let It Cook have gotten out long. Viku, I don't know if she's going to be ready for this many players on the other side. She is not. Iveri deletes. And then D7 falls. That's a perfect wrap on A.
Yeah, I really like that. It's also the contact taken by the long players who are actually being incredibly loud, which means that the short sight and the apps players can just creep in further forward, take the space of what they've already had. Mana Shine makes things even more complicated for NAVI Javelins. And if you're Angelica, you're hoping for a kill and potentially just a way out. Saving the Kevlar wouldn't be the worst idea in the world here.
Yeah, you surely can't win this round, Angelica. She's getting into a position, I guess, to do a lot of damage. I mean, Astra's got nothing to lose, so it makes sense for Astra to stick about. Angelica going down would kind of suck a bit because she wouldn't mind the armor and dualies, but oh well. Takes one down with her. That's Let It Cook getting the pistol. NAVI are going to force.
I'm surprised about this. I think this is more Astra, though. It's definitely like, let's force and just win. I would like to see Viku prioritize the AWP, though. Because obviously Inferno T-side, but I don't think we saw it for her once.
I think one round and they had to give it to Hanka. And then they lost the round. So she didn't even really get to shoot it outside of through a smoke.
That doesn't count.
Yeah. So, hasn't opted yet. Beekeeper beat Crescent, by the way, on map 1. 13-6. Very fast. Angelica, little info. Drops the smoke forward. It's going to actually be a bit more disruptive for sure. I don't know if that was intended. But, oh, I thought it was going to give her a kill, and the spam from the pistol doesn't connect.
Oh, that one did, but didn't connect as cleanly as they would have liked to. And good reaction here for Let It Cook. Just scale into B. Are they disrespecting the util? No, they're going to break it open. Hanka revealed, but dealt with, as to its Astra. That is a perfectly played mid-round from Let It Cook.
Yeah, blowing the smoke there is devastating because both players are sitting on the other side expecting Let It Cook to run through it, but EQ peek. Yeah, that's a good second round from Let It Cook, causing a lot of chaos towards brackets, getting a kill, Melly being present, keeping players rooted, the rest of the team then groups, burst through. It's easy as you like it to convert.
Yeah, so you can imagine this is now going to be 8-7 Let It Cook unless Viku and D7 can pop off with these safe weapons. But the rest of the team are just going to eco. And then we get the first gun round. That's actually just kind of what I'm looking towards to be the more exciting round of this second half. What's the default's going to look like? What is the banana control going to look like as well for NAVI Javelins? How aggressive are Let It Cook going to be? It's really up in the air right now. Another thing I just thought about is also if NAVI ever want to double AWP, they've got a really secure secondary AWPer in Astra as well.
Very true. For a team that likes playing maps like Mirage and Nuvus, you can definitely see the virtue in it. Flash being set up. Got the two weapons that were saved with armor on A. they're just going to force B with the SMGs. Flash. Should be good. Hanker spams out Iveri. We smoke. Astra can maybe try and collect that weapon. No, she's rotating. Not going to be the right call. Because they do just walk through, taking contact. Hanker still present. They should know she's here. And yeah, Jonana will be ready for it. But despite getting a nice little kill off the flash play, that was really all that they could hope for with the setup.
Yeah, the difficulty with plays like that, hang on.
No kit.
Because they are giving it a go. Sure, no kit, but they're already so far progressed by the site. Jonana has to lock down things. She should claim, and she will. Awesome response. Yeah, the thing with those flash plays is it's brilliant if the team fully commits into it. Aletta Cook didn't. They actually just sent one player there, and then the rest of the team went back round the corner, which is really smart heads-up play. Because once that flashbang is gone, that's kind of the gimmick dealt with. And then you can just re-aggress. And I like the fact they went completely silent. They went on a contact to let Navi just keep guessing. Oh, they've seen us. They might think it's a stack, so we're going to head over towards A, for example. Could be the thought process for Navi. But let Cook still walk into B anyway. VQ AWP. Here we go.
Back up. Flash forward. Easy enough on the opener. They allow Let Her Cook to get that early control, but it's all set up to then retake. Molly forces Manashine forward. I don't know how VQ hit that. That looked like the tiniest little pixel that she had to hit. Oh, the utility further devastating. Jonana almost has a chance.
Got to be careful of long. An almost deliberate gap being left open, and I really like that Melly is applying so much pressure, but VQ's reposition is everything. Not exposed from balcony, can take one shot, fall into the site, and also set up Angelka.
There's that shot. Missed it, though. Yeah, can fall back to a more passive line. Jonana's not under threat. VQ hits the harder shot, of course. And Melly low in the apartments, dealt with by D7 on the double up. VQ gets the AWP out, finds 2 kills with it, and that's Navi tying things up.
Yeah, that was a really good reposition out of Navi, and it just shows complete trust in their ability to fight from within the site. It felt like in that moment they were being boxed in, but instead they didn't go looking for information. They just said, okay, well, we can just establish these crossfires. At the end of the day, let her cook. If they circumnavigate our setup on A and they go towards B, we've got players that are in the site that are holding CT. They are holding that wrap. So by VQ having that deep line as well, she can just be in close proximity with Angelka. Very important. A lot of nade damage has been done early, and that incendiary could not be more perfectly timed. Jonana was hoping to find a little gap in towards top brackets, but it doesn't happen.
Yeah, she straight on the 2 of them. Let's force Navi into a more defensive setup. Up on the line in the apartments. Not with the usual rifle setup. It's a D7 plates under her. So they're just going to post Melly up on long. She has a really good position here. They go for a re-aggress for information, which I think they might do, given that Astra's rotated. Anka really needs to be careful holding on here.
Perfect. That's what they wanted, and now you can confirm there was only one player there, and suddenly Astra can rotate over and be here in time. Issue is there's no utility for her to sort of help this site hit, so it'll have to be a retake.
Yeah, VQ does have utility. She's going to arrive a little later, so she can set up for them. In fact, there's a flashbang as well for Angelka, so there's a few pieces they can utilize here. But a resmoke onto CT. 3 kits in play. VQ's utility needs to be spot on. Jonana has gotten close to the smoke, and in fact, Manashine sits within it. Angelka is holding forward. Flash over, they push through, and Angelka able to swing around and get them both. Punishes the play. I like the idea, but the execution a little wanting, but maybe it won't matter. Hikomi and Iveri making a case for it. Hikomi low. Iveri runs out of bullets. D7 gets the kill. Hikomi can't get it done, but maybe she's done it.
No time.
No time.
Terrorists win.
Hikomi's debut in ESL Impact. And that's a clutch to let her cook in the lead.
Yeah, it is very important, but also that's NAVI, I think, in these high-pressure moments, such as a retake, fumble in the bag a little bit where it comes to what is everyone going to be doing. That's a 5 versus 3, 5 versus 2, just in the tail end of that. And it's Angelica getting those 2 kills on the players that have pushed through the CT smoke. They even put a molly in over towards quad, but then they lost complete track of where these players were going. The movement out towards second oranges, and then Hikomi does the rest. It was so well put together from Na'Vi right until the final moments. It just became incredibly disjointed.
Really, David Na'Vi in that one.
Especially when Angelica got those 2 kills, right?
Yeah, that just felt like theirs to walk in. Looking to punish the apartments, forces out the smoke and drop off from D7, so good control early. You still have VQ to worry about. Start to get a bit of contact, spots out a leg, drops the flames. They're progressing. D7 needs to be ready for this. The swing out from Melly is able to collect it, but loses her support network in the site and then loses her life. VQ can't hit the flick before the smoke lands. Na'Vi have to save.
Bomb has been planted.
And this is Na'Vi stuck in their ways a little bit as well. I don't think we've seen any form of aggression whatsoever from Na'Vi. I don't think we've seen them taking banana. I don't think we've seen them in towards apartments, really, deeply invested, having a look in towards second mid, for example. It feels like they're playing incredibly reaction-based CS, and they're just trying to kind of make things happen, which I guess can also be just sort of a symptom of having to change language, go international. It's a lot easier to just sort of play default and try and find out what comes your way. We have seen a couple of nice plays from Na'Vi where they know that a cook, for example, are taking this long control and they flash and they get the space. But for me, I feel like we need to see VQ taking a little bit more of an aggressive line. I feel like we need to see Hanka go down banana, take the fight. She's having a great game so far. Why not use this to your benefit? Also, Na'Vi have used all of their timeouts. So the only time they're allowed to talk to Alcest is when Let Her Cook call one themselves.
Yeah, I mean, at least they're given that opportunity now. And with the investment in, that's an opportunity they'll have wanted. Kept the AWP. 3 rifles around it. It's enough to get it done.
VQ's surely got the spawn to peek second mid here.
Yeah. She can pick anything with this spawn.
No.
Not gonna go for it. It's because they're going for this aggressive B play.
Yeah, here we go.
Smokes everywhere. No control for Let Her Cook. VQ lies in wait in the apartments. She will be met with resistance momentarily. Needs to hit this shot. Oh, can't get it. Melly. Wide swings her. Looked about a D7 peak. That's a Melly peak for you.
There's a lot of things that structurally that are pretty surprising here. We can come back and talk about it because here's the re-aggression. Here's the most important thing. D7 D7 goes searching. Astra now will pick up the AWP that VQ dropped. Raptor B is the perfect call here, but Angelka catches them out. That's the bomb dropped. Wasn't ready for Melly through the smoke. This can still take shape. Keep your eye on D7. She's cutting off the walk back for Hikomi. If she decides to go any further and reset towards A, Melly decides that B is the way to go. So Hanka is on her own. I might be spotted here in a few moments. That molly, that's really going to accelerate the play. Hanka in the crosshair, under pressure, does significant damage to try and set up the other two CT defenders.
Yeah, will this be enough? Astra with the AWP. Going to be very late to the scene, so D7 arrives first.
No smoke here for the retake.
That's a Molotov that can be used to flush out some positions. Both of them so low on this T side. They have to take their time on the clear. U-box. Inserted. Kids on both players. D7 just clearing. No one on sites. Now you got your information. They want Astra on the bomb. Not D7. And D7 gets the kill, but Melly flanks all the way around. Melly with the 4K and let her cook, winning out the 2v4.
Yeah, what I will say here is we're getting a very tactical game of Counter-Strike out of Let Her Cook. The thing I came into this series saying is I was a little bit worried about how the mid-rounds would be looking for Let Her Cook, especially with 2 new additions, but I think they've played and they've had the correct read in sort of every single one of these T-sided rounds. They recognized very early on that long is the gap. I'm surprised for NAVI that when they go for this aggressive play down Banana, especially with those deep smokes, they don't have D7 in the apartments with Viku. So that's a very common reaction, and this time aggression. Fortune favors the bold typically, but not when you're against Let Her Cook. There's going to be map point.
That's the half five from NAVI. Trying to get funky with it, but it doesn't work out. Tirana. All good. Handles all the pieces. So yeah, map point for Let Her Cook. It's on NAVI's map choice as well. Reminder, Ancient. The classic pick of Let Her Cook. NAVI with 2 rounds to boast on this CT side. Wait, no, sorry, 1 round to boast on this CT side.
I know. We've learned that there is promise here for NAVI, but there's still just, there's going to be teething issues. For Let Her Cook, it feels like they've added a really deep layer of new understanding, and yeah, I've thoroughly been impressed with this T side in particular. I think they've called a great game. And it's just the reactions. The reactions have been instantaneous for Let Her Cook.
Spots turn up on the jump up. Actually, yeah, great HG. Never mind. I thought that was going to be a little off the mark, but it was perfect. There's another one. But Joanna boosted. Oh, flashbang's great though. Perfect. Another HG goes forward. So much util damage. Hikomi burnt out.
Not ideal. But you've got most of the util out of NAVI. Astra has got 1 more smoke for Banana. That's the most important thing. There's nothing really on A. D7 elevated. But Let Her Cook are not interested in top brackets. They're not interested in that setup. They don't want to go anywhere near it. It's just going to be a B pop.
Smokes at the ready.
They're just going through. They've got a nade. Melly can break it open.
Hanka sees it. Flashbang though keeps her at bay. Astra in the back of the site, just tucked in. Molly didn't go deep to new box, so they're going to have to clear both positions. Astra, massive double. That's enough. Now they can just be patient. Bomb needs to be recollected. 4-on-2. NAVI shouldn't have a problem here. And he goes for the stick. Smoke does just fade on her. Jonana barely alive at the back of the utility. This is her chance to, and now she will be flashed out into the open. Hanka happy to collect it. D7 with that one, and that is a good retake set up by Astra.
Yeah, well done from Astra. Just tucks in the corner and then plays a little bit of an off angle. So rather than allowing Bella Cook just to swing it on her terms, on their terms, sorry, it's actually on hers because she's just on a little tiny off angle to be able to get those 2 kills. The fact she gets away with a multi-kill there is massive. And then the retake is a lot cleaner. Peppered by utility, incendiary towards new box. That's when the contact comes through from Hanka. All things that NAVI should be familiar with, but it still feels a little bit uncomfortable in a newer environment. Overtime is still a possibility with 3 rounds of play left, but 3 rounds needed for NAVI. Lella Cook have got 3 chances to close.
Yeah, they'll be able to buy for 2 of these. It's not out of the realms of possibility, but it's certainly a very difficult ask with how the city sides look so far. The banana control look good though. Great utility. Positive vibes. Jonana. I like that we got the answer to the question about the posture. That is her knee.
Yeah, we didn't see that on land though.
Yeah, exactly. We got the answer. No, it doesn't do it on land. Cat. Belly cat.
2 of them.
Is that a second cat or is that like a stuffed animal?
I think. I'm not sure.
And that's not
definitely
moving.
one.
I think. Oh, it's in a flip.
Very cute. With how this is looking so far, Lucy, and if Lella Cook are able to take Inferno, and then obviously we've got Ancient here, which is Lella Cook's best map by far. This NAVI prediction not looking too hot.
I still believe. Yeah, it's Groot.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, I'm so focused on the cat. No. Astra, we need some decor. There we go. Thank you. More cat. Anyone else got a cat? Any other animals present?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I was just putting that question out into ether, and I was hoping one would just appear, but given none have appeared, I presume, but that's what production's telling me that there's no cats. So, no more cats is the confirmation from production. So thank you,
Good,
production.
I'm glad
Sorry for
important
everyone.
questions answered.
What are we talking about? Okay, I think we've got a tech issue. Monitors. Okay, keyboard being swapped. Will be sorted.
I was speaking about
wow, that's a
NAVI.
right keyboard. Good God.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. I'm glad. No, we were talking about NAVI and potentially just sort of what this sort of looks like going forward to Ancient.
Yeah, I'm very worried about Ancient. I mean, it's definitely a map Navi are quite good on. Don't get me wrong, but it's Lella Cook's best map. It's the map that they quote unquote one-tricked their way through the ESL Impact finals, right? Because of the best of one format, and because it's a map that a lot of people would just default have in their pool because it's just like that sort of map. It allowed them to play their best map against everyone because no one banned it. So they are the best Ancient team.
That is true.
So it does concern me.
I think we
But
used to actually
D7 is a very good Ancient player.
She is. And obviously Astra's come from Lella Cook. I was going to say, look, I think we used to have NAVI in that conversation for one of the best Ancient teams, obviously outside of Imperial.
For sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I feel like with Zaz on that team, they're very good. Very good. I don't know who's the best anymore. outside Imperial, who just are the best. It's too many things we need to solve this season. Too many changes. Everyone changed. In Europe, anyway. Is there any team other than Imperial that stayed the same this season?
Spirit.
Spirit did stay. Yes, you're right. Spirit are the same.
Athena.
And Athena are the same. Everyone else changed. Oh, HSG is
in theory.
No, they changed. Yeah, everyone
HSG
changed.
did change.
Yeah. So lots of changes, including keyboards. Back in the action.
Break on the smoke early to do a little bit of damage, but also create a new angle for Angelka. This one's just going to be a pop straight through. Angelka dodges the flash, and they are not ready for Angelka. And it's a triple header in top brackets, followed up by a quadruple threat from NAVI. They all swing in tandem, and Hikomi is left wondering what has just happened over there. Oh, your team has been dismantled by one player. There's Angelka. And she stands tall as NAVI get their 10th.
Yeah, that's like a high impact round from Angelka we've been looking for. Good lord. She just didn't let go of left trigger. Even swapping to another AK to keep up the fight. That's beautiful. Pretty easy for her, to be fair. But doesn't fluff her lines. That's the key thing.
Oh, Iveri's been knifed.
It's okay. This is just a few pistols. They're gonna pop apps.
It's gonna be tough. D7 blinded, but it's Viku with a collateral. And Angelka with the one tap on melee. I said it was going to be tough. I didn't think it would be that hard for Letta Cook, but my goodness me. They get shut down as quickly as they entered the site.
Yeah, when the flashes came over and D7's fully blind, doesn't get a kill, I think, oh no. This could really get out of hand. But collateral helps, and then that tap from Angelka was just beautiful. One round.
It's Viku that starts banana. Will we push back? Loses half of her HP. Won't matter too much because she's on the sniper. But still a little bit scary. Astra gets boosted this time instead of D7. And remember, Letta Cook have not seen this boost yet. And NAVI are pretty much all in on A. It's the same setup that Angelka got that free peat from.
Oh, there's Viku drawing first blood on Jonana. She peeks from the logs. I was very worried for her sitting there with half HP all alone on the bomb site. Now she's got that kill, she feels that she's asserted herself enough here that she can be solo.
They put a lot of responsibility on her shoulders. Do you think a little bit of pressure that the setup will temporarily break here for NAVI? And Angelka moves back too. They could be caught off guard here, the CT side, if they're not careful.
Good timing on the smoke. Flash over, Asher boosted up, clear, but Angelka gets the double. D7 does the same, Brandon, and we go to overtime. It took 4 in a row from NAVI to send us there. We go the distance.
D7's reaction there. That was a big, woo! Let's go. Double kill for her. Essential round for NAVI. And you think that Letta Cook have done enough, especially when that flashbang comes over the top at bracket. Astra looks like she's dodged it, and then she just gets sidelined. Forced to watch from the spectator screen as the rest of her team pick up the kills. Angelka's ascension has been unbelievable and undeniable to get NAVI Javelins this fight back in OT.
Yeah, it's been great. And Joko has really stepped it up on the CT side. Especially once she got the AK in her hands. That's her best work. Hanka not alone. It did feel like Hanka was a step above everyone else for a while there, but now the team arrives in the server to help her out. It's enough to get us to OT. Now we're in OT, and we can start to see what that resilience looks like from NAVI. They're able to push us here. Normally they're the team that gets the map point and then chokes it. So they've done the inverse.
You didn't have to do them like that.
Well, yeah, I did.
Cat's moved.
I'll never forget Katowice last year.
Cat Obeda has disappeared.
No. Melly, why have you done this? Bring the cat back.
Oh, Katowice, so that was painful.
Yeah.
And they won that Tech 9 round on Vertigo. You think they've done it? You think they forced it to
Hang on, his best plays ever.
That lives rent-free.
Yeah.
Ooh. I think now NAVI have forced it to overtime. I think that suddenly the sort of the pressure has just completely disappeared. And I think we are going to see a better NAVI now the dust will settle on Inferno. But it's written in the ancient scriptures of time, Lucy, that whoever forces overtime isn't going to win the first round of overtime. So you can already assume that it's Leather Cook 13, NAVI 12.
Yeah, that is often the way it goes.
I've casted, I think in the last 2.5 weeks, that has happened every single time my game has gone OT.
I feel like my lived experience when getting to OT is the same. It's just it is just how it works. Let's see if NAVI can break the rules, or they'll be a victim to the overtime curse. Joanna being very active with the AWP in middle this time, and might be able to find herself something. Hanka just eludes her on that cross.
Where's your util gone if you're NAVI? D7 Astra, one flash between them. On A. Two incendiaries, no smokes.
Where'd it go? Is it all just in CT spawn for retakes?
Oh, it must be.
Hanka in the corner. Joanna considers it. Oh, but Hanka swings. How does Joanna get the kill? Iveri was covering for that. What a flick.
And now you think, is B where we should go? If Joanna hits this shot, it's so much impact, but instead it's Viku that just catches a glimpse, peeks behind the molly. Astra gets caught off guard, just having an adventure solo in middle. 30 seconds left. They now think, let her cook, that that's going to be the rotate. Everyone else has gone B. It hasn't. The setup still remains here on A. D7, there's no way you clear her, but Hikomi on the adjustment manages it. And somehow, some way, let her cook have gotten to the site.
Yeah, sure. What was that about? Anjoka almost has enough to bait D7, but Hikomi is thorough. Viku's managed to get close and unknown in her approach. However, they're all just tucked in, hiding in the corners. So it will be, of course, let her cook, as foretold, getting the first round of OT.
I told you. It's not even, I can't even sit here and go, oh, I told you, like I'm some genius. This is just Counter-Strike. I don't know what it is. There's all the util, by the way. Just on the floor. And Joker's like, okay, I can just take 600 of this back. I guess it's 500 now. Sorry. It's been ingrained in my head forever that the incendiary costs 600.
Terrorists win.
But still, she grabs it. She moves it over. I actually like the idea from Astra, because she's got aggressive based on the fact that Viku got the kill in top middle. And she can come and help her from a different dimension. And it also serves as this prong of, why would you expect there to be more defenders on A? So I don't mind it. But the fact she didn't find a kill makes it a little bit more horrible.
Fast up the banana this time, Hikomi very close to the half wall. I was just hearing all of this. The jump up. In fact, Melly gets a kill in mid as well. D7 pushing through second mid. Surely that's going to cause a scramble in these defenders.
You've got retake utility if you want to go banana right now, if you're Na'Vi. I say that, Hanker's the one with the belt. Where's all this util? Is it still on the floor? By coffins, it has to be. Oh, that's a bit more of it thrown that way. But they're shifting. Na'Vi have got no information whatsoever, and let a cooker just pop in B.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Smoke gets deployed by Astra. Melly's holding a HE. Oh, that smoke's a bit funky. And it's going to reveal a lot of players. Doesn't quite matter anyway. Spam from Hanker doesn't get the connection. Another blow. Another spot. But not a kill to be collected. Bomb planted. 3 on 5. You have the money in OT to go for it, even if it's not the prettiest. Hanker spots one out. Over towards New Box. Jonana wounded off the HE, but still standing, just about. He cannot deal with her. Time is running out. Precious seconds slip away. They're not giving them an inch. Nothing at all. Finally, some kills go the way of the CTs, but it looks to be too little too late, or is it? Is it? Viku, how has she done that? Is there time?
No.
Oh my goodness. NT.
NT. Alela Cook just played it perfectly. Jonana is swinging. She grabs one more kill, and she's like, actually, I don't need to peek, because you would have mollied me by now. You would have naded me. There was none of that. There's that catch from Ellie on D7. Another Na'Vi player that just sort of walked in towards mid. Feels like they've got a time in. This is sick out of VQ. Unfortunately, it's just not enough.
Nice punish. Plays smoke. VQ caught out by Jonana. He swaps to the AK for this final round. Need to get explosive with it, and D7 able to punish her. Reswing from Angelica, but D7's low. They know this. She's alone on A. Let her cook just accelerate. Rotations are not going to arrive in time. D7 is in trouble. Let her cook might get a flawless T-half.
Unbelievable if they do. This would look really good. This time there is utility available for this retake. And Na'Vi are here in time. They smoke off pit. They molly into sight. And I think Hanker has just spotted Melly, but Melly swings. Hanker wins out the engagement, and here comes Astra. And between the two of them, they crossfire effectively and let her cook. They will give over that round. It's Na'Vi. They get an essential single in this first round of OT.
Not quite flawless. Not quite flawless. Good retake. That was a 2-on-3. From a position that did not look favorable for the CTs, but Hanker has been on one this map. Always her and Angelica that we rely on, and it's good to see that continues in this new iteration. Still stressful though. Really felt like you could have got 2 of those rounds. Two for the T side. It's going to feel great for Let Her Cook.
Yes, but it is this T side that has been doing the better. What am I trying to say? It's the T side that's been better for both teams, is what I was trying to say. Both teams have got 7 rounds here on that T side. So the fact that Na'Vi walk away with 1 is good. The fact that it could have been more is hopeful. But it needs to be the conversions rather than this was a nice idea, it didn't quite work, but never mind. So Let Her Cook will punish you. I think Na'Vi needs to be a lot more direct on this T side. I think they just need to go for quick calls out of spawn and just exec almost immediately into a site. That's where they can do their best work here, in my opinion. But I'm not in there. I'm out here. Hey.
Hey. Welcome to the out here. Where we exist as disembodied voices in the void. A lot of util throwing down. Hanker's spray almost collects 2.
Oh.
Maybe it will. You're gonna keep walking into her spray. You're gonna come away looking very wounded. Look at the damage she's done to start this off.
That's a lot of damage. And let her cook need more than flex tape. Resetting towards A. They're just going to gamble that no one is going B for NAVI. Currently, that's where the bomb is situated. D7, can you do this silent drop? Not quite. Nearly. But Jonana has reaggressed, but that gives info over. We know the AWP was here in top banana a few seconds ago. No need for that. Jonana really is there. You're rotating.
That was mean. That was cruel and unusual. If Jonana gets another kill here, that's everything. Oh, she's been heard.
Catch.
Was a bit shallow. Swing. Great.
Oh.
Hangar finishes the job that she started.
That's karma for knifing the chicken.
Immediate. Good golly. 14-14. D7 seems to think so. Komi, remember, she's low from that spray earlier. Oh yeah, the double up as well. The bait in dark. There's no molly. This is an impossible retake. Astra confirms it with those 2. So 14-14. Each team needs the next 2 before we go again.
I think the solution here for Let Her Cook is to have that double sort of set up in towards apartments where you've got Jonana actually with the AWP on the balcony and you've got a rifler with her. Because NAVI, the way that they're taking space here is it's always towards top brackets and then they will have either Angelka or another player lurking over towards Boiler and taking that space. And if you can catch out the apps player, you can then rotate another player over towards B and you can potentially set them up. Instead it's Jonana that will get a break on the smoke, but it doesn't quite clear it fully. So this time, no easy openers.
Johanna going to position it long, holding the apartments. Got the boosted Hikomi. Smoke on long. A good setup from Let Her Cook. Molly will force Melly out so they can isolate these fights and they do it to perfection. Joanna slips in. She needs a massive round. Misses the first shot. Brought down low. Worried about every single position. Takes one down. The wide swing, though, punished from every direction. Smoke lands long. That's going to block off both the CTs. And despite it all, despite Let Her Cook having 4 chances to close in regulation, they're now going to be the ones that concede map point.
Yeah, T-side looking really good for NAVI because you can just go over the rehearsed routines. You can have your choreographed entry path in, you can have your utility, and then as soon as you drop it in towards short, that breaks the boosted up-down approach that Let Her Cook were trying to employ. And the flashbang was brilliant. Kills collected in a matter of moments. NAVI, they're the ones this time that force map point. Let Her Cook being put in a position that they're not used to, having to fight from behind in this map. It's been so long since they actually weren't in the lead.
Great swings on short. Let Her Cook bring this back. Force a second OT. Pressure on. slower this time. A deep smoke towards the top.
Here's that
also
app setup, by the way. Sorry to cut you off. It's actually Joanna that's trying to do the nutmeg.
This is a fun little setup for it. The fight goes both ways. Cities get the control. Comes at the cost of Averi's health, but Henka also going to be out of the equation for a little. D7 is going to be swung with Angelica, so this could work out perfectly or terribly. And it's the latter. Neither winning their fights. It's going to force this play into the B bomb site. Remember, Henka's low. Almost goes down to the HE. The spam, not quite enough to take her down. She actually manages to get past. Somehow, Iveri will find that kill. Needs to be cleared. Viku gets it, but Iveri gets the double. And a 1v5 required. 1, 2. Can't hit the no-scope. Picks up the AK. Run down by Jonana, and we run it back. Overtime number 2.
Yeah, we do exactly that. And that is the perfect reaction out of Let Her Cook. It did come around later than I forecast, but it did provide a resounding success. And then I really like the flexibility of Jonana, the fact that she takes the kill and then she instantly goes B. She's ready to defend. They know that NAVI have the only map control they will next have is that banana play. And they just walk straight into the trap. 15-15, we go again. This is not quite the longest game, but it's tied now with HSG and Permitter.
That's what I wanted between these two teams. So many storylines converging here to kick off the season. We wanted answers, and we're getting a whole novel in response. I'll be looking for a minimum 2 on the T side.
Much more aggressive. Look at this pace change. Avery caught off. Manashine needs to flash and try and support. Hanka is boosted, and this is now just being discovered.
Forced a lot of utility out. And forced the rotation. They're just going to go for this. Let Her Cook seem to think so. And it'd be the right read. 3 players in the bomb site. They've got everything they need here. Manashine, 1-for-1. Melly swings in. Surely now the penny drops. There's a lot of players here you need to deal with. Iveri getting blown out the server. Melly can't get involved. Force off. Despite walking into 3 players, they come out even. And they get the bomb down.
That's a wild Hail Mary to throw in from Na'Vi. Just the full commitment with limited util. BQ can now post on Banana, gives it a glance, but Hakomi's taking this one slowly. And they can afford to do this because of the kits and all the util. I really like this off angle from Angelica. This could be the winning play.
It's a cheeky spot. Flash over. Oh, but Jonana clears it. Hakomi hits hers. D7 from New Box needs the 1v3. No kit on Jonana. She's on the line. Hakomi trying to swing forward. D7's done it. One more to find, and she collects it. A 1v3, 4 in the round. D7 drawing first blood in OT.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome from D7. And that is exactly what Na'Vi needs. Suddenly, everyone is chiming in and raising the floor. This D7 and also just raises the roof. 1v3 isolates these kills perfectly and keeps Na'Vi in the lead.
Not quite the jump that she wanted, but still wins the fight. Gets a shot in the shoulder for it, but not going to be bothered. Trying to fight back on Banana. Manashine behind the utility, but isolated. Brought down. So a similar exchange on both sides.
And we're back to the apps play. Angelica spots heads but can't collect kills. And they're aware that D7 could be in as well. Could be squatting in the apartments, but caught with nades out is Melly. It again falls back into a 3 versus 3.
Yeah, it's Let Her Cook getting a kill and Na'Vi finding a response a little bit later. Apps is so open right now. Oh, Jonana's rotating B. Navi are making the perfect read of the situation. Oh, even
There
better.
you go. Yeah. They just had no info. Let her cook. And you can see why that they don't. I mean, Jonana's going to be on a good rotate, but Navi don't cross before the smoke is up. Timing shot just misses, and you've got to save this time. Navi will be allowed their 17th. Where Manashine gets overrun by Astra in Banana, there wasn't enough utility for Let Her Cook to flash play, go search. It was Jonana that had rotated, and Avery, who's had a little bit of a quiet game, just doesn't really have the confidence to solo search, and she shouldn't be, especially when she's the sole defender. A really good response out of Navi. Crucial kills again by D7, getting the trade on towards Melly in top brackets, but Hanka holding for the Hakomi push.
I could be wrong, but I think this might also be Iveri's debut in ESL Impact. I know I've seen her in a lot of rosters at different points, particularly in qualifiers and cash cups, but I don't think she's played in the league before.
I think it is a debut.
So that's 2 players for Let Her Cook that have been plucked up to reinforce the ranks in the main league, which it's a big responsibility for the team that was the 2nd place in Dallas. So it is a bit of a trial by fire having Navi as your first matchup.
That is true, but they're doing a good job. 17-15. For Navi, if this is a clean sweep on the T side, that spells trouble. Going for the same play again. I'll Let Her Cook that forced this into double overtime in the first instance. You got to be wary of this now if you're Navi.
Yeah, surely. A flash would undo it. You gonna peek this? You gonna peek this? Oh, the jiggle! And Jonana finds success. Now you get the info at least.
You just go long. But you need to get past
2 players.
Ivera. Yeah, Jonana's rotated in as well. This is incredibly aggressive out of Jonana. And she overstays her welcome. Avery is in library, though, and I don't think Navi will expect this. How many can Avery find? It's the first, and she looks towards the arches. Navi molly her off, and they still have their complete intent be in this A site.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky, though. You've got 2 players you need to get through. And Manashine's rotated. All the CTs are focused on where Navi is. Manashine's holding this with the AWP. Oh, but Hanka swings on her. And that's going to open up a pathway. Vico gets the follow-up. Now they know B is open.
And you can just go there. And you can plant. This is a really quick rotate out of Let Her Cook. That's the only thing going for them at the moment because the bomb is not yet down. You can't smoke off Banana, but you can maybe put an AWP on it. Bomb planted. This now feels a lot more convincing, especially with Astra finding that kill. Melly now reveals herself. You got Vico on the angle with the AWP. It's always going one way. It's Na'Vi up to map point again, and this time they've got more than one chance.
Yeah, plenty of them. Plenty of them for Na'Vi. Just one of these 3 required. What a what a match. What a map to get things started between these teams.
Feels like we've played a BO3 already.
Yeah. I couldn't have hoped for a better game. Like, I knew it'd be good. I didn't think it'd be this good.
It's good to see both mental resiliences of both of these rosters. It's also important to just kind of look at the switch-ups of both of them. I think Let Her Cook in particular, that's what I've been impressed with the most. Just the ability to be able to change up what you are doing, especially on CT side, but almost just the responsiveness. I've really enjoyed how active Jonana has been on the AWP in particular. She's just picking and choosing exactly where she wants to go and doing it to really good effect. It feels like she is always in the right place at the right time.
I think
think
it's
that's
like one of the... Sorry.
I was going to say, that's a change up from last season as well, wasn't it? Because she was rifling like an awful lot last season.
Sorry, who?
Jonana.
She was the AWPer in the finals. But they definitely prioritized the rifles in a lot of rounds when they could be getting AWPs. I think just with their play style. Oh, beautiful. Boost up for Viku. Angelica, familiar position for her. It's going to be the apartments that Leto Cook look to inhabit. Smoke out. I'll try and just burst through this. A flashbang forward. Oh, D7 goes a little early. Defensive utility deployed, but Hakomi swings around. Viku hits the shot. So keeps the advantage there, but now they do take that space. Viku not done yet. This is her round. She wants to take the team through all by her lonesome. 3 kills, 28 on the board. It's Manashine and Iveri against the world. Flames don't stop Viku. Nothing stops Viku. Iveri, yeah, she just gets run down. Angelica with the killing blow. And Na'Vi show their resilience, taking Inferno.
Yeah, look at them on the cams in particular. D7, Angelica. Brilliant reactions from Na'Vi. A hard-earned victory. But you got to remember, the job is not yet done. I think that's what Hanker is just sort of saying.
It'll be a very exciting matchup, right? Because we do have Leto Cook, the Queens of Ancient. But then, yeah, as we've kind of put forward, this Na'Vi on paper should be very good at Ancient. So I'm excited to see, can they do it in 2? Will Leto Cook force a 3rd? We'll find out here on Ancient.
For Navi, you're looking at Angelica and Viku on this map, but also keep your eye on D7 in particular. And the fact that Angelica was warming up, she was the player that single-handedly basically got Navi to OT. We'll hold that fort because there's a brawl brewing in A.
And Hanker, D7, gonna win every fight. Hanker not slowing down after map 1, and between the two of them, it is a full house in the A house. That's a quick pistol.
Awesome. Yeah, very fast. Between the two of them, they just get the whole lot. Fast pushing towards A main. Easy does it. In Ancient right now, the meta is to go over more towards A and middle. I think they also had a 3rd player that was watching over towards Donut, but that was fast, that was instant, that was Na'Vi letting Leto Cook know. But they're not here to mess about. And of course you eco this, you Leto Cook. You didn't get a single kill, you didn't get the bomb down.
Hanker, oh, cops a dink, but okay, that was a little over-eager, Hanker. That was unnecessary, especially because she's no support at all. D7's now under pressure. She's not going to overextend. Astra flies over the top. D7 able to collect one more. They do allow the bomb to go down. But as long as they collect that M4 and collect all the kills, it's okay. Hanker will be forgiven.
Go get it. There it is.
They got it.
Still very good, though, for Leto Cook. They're able to get the bomb down in that situation. They just had Glocks, no util, no nothing. So that gives them a bit of a boost. Melly could even drop an AWP over if she wants to Jonana. But AK is name of the game. And somewhat of a bonus for Na'Vi, with Angelica and Astra rocking the SMGs.
A lot of players in middle. They're really going to fight forward onto this. Manashine in the flames gets 2. That's unbelievable. They bring the fight to her. She stands her ground. And off the back of that info that 2 players fought mid, that there's still a player throwing utility, yeah, you just go straight into A.
Yeah, good reaction again. Need a smoke for Donut, though Leto Cook.
How about 2?
Both, yeah. It's okay in the end because it is still a 5-on-3. But the smokes will fade.
You gotta save. Kind of sucks, but you do.
True.
You get some exits.
You had smokes, you had kits. There was an argument. Jonana caught in the open.
Yeah. Now you've got 2 AKs. You've got plenty of util. You have 3 players with lots of money, so you buy into the next, it's still going to be great. You let that one slide. But a good one to get onto the board. That just comes off fighting in middle, right in the open. I don't know whether she was just on the edge of the Molotov to start with and like it just spread at the end, but she was just able to stand there for so long.
Yeah, I think there's a gap in them. Manashine does great work. Yeah, just behind it. Oh, the second volley was late. And it's those small margins. They can't afford to be happening here. We don't get into round 4 immediately. We unfortunately have a little bit of a tech pause.
Well, I can give you an update on the community stream game, Brandon.
Oh, I don't know if you can yet.
Can I? Definitely
Actually,
can.
no, we're delayed. Go on.
Bro, I'm watching it on HTV.
Okay.
Either way, we're delayed. Relax. It's 2-0. It's done. Sorry at home if I spoiled you, but I don't think it's possible to have spoiled you because it's finished on HTV, which means an HTV is delayed. So
I got told off last time. Not actually told off.
They don't tell me off, Brandon. They just tell you off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the score?
It was a 2-0. We already updated you on map 1. That was 13-6. But on Big Keeper's map pick of Miragi, that was a OT affair. 16-14 for Bigger Keeper. So a very close one. And yeah, they were able to close it. The big performance from Zana. But Miley, on her debut with the squad, looked pretty good on Mirage.
Yeah, shout out Miley.
Yeah, we like Miley here.
It's her debut as well.
Yeah. I know she was very excited to be playing in the league. I think, obviously, we've been doing this for, this is our 6th season, right? And we've seen, there's a lot of players that they come back again and again because they're in the top teams, right? They're always going to be here. But you always get new faces that arrive and, you know, it's a big deal, actually. Like, this is, for many, this is like the peak, right? This is like, everything they're working towards is qualifying to ESL Impact. That's what, when people watch this, you know, when it first came out and new players, young players, that's what inspired them. They wanted to be there as well, right? They wanted to be playing against teams like Enigma Galaxy and NAVI, or even for those teams. So, you know, when those players get that opportunity, and we're now going to be seeing that. We're now going to be seeing players that have been on the come up in the last few years break through that were inspired by the earlier seasons. So it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful, you know? It makes me happy.
It is really nice. And it is really good that we are getting a just breakthrough of new talent as well, right? And we're seeing some players that do make a return, but they're still so incredibly young. Ismo and Marie spring to mind immediately when I think of players that are already just sort of at this level, but are at younger ages. I think Team Spirit as well. I really like the story from Team Spirit because they kind of get pushed out and then they have to fight their way back in, and they always manage it. I think Team Spirit are going to be a dark horse this season. I'm calling it now. I feel like Team Spirit are going to be one of the better teams and definitely one to watch out for in Group B.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the players on that roster. I think Jamie, how can you not love Jamie? You know, a lot of adversity for her with her ping right in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like playing with a lot of European players at different times. I think it's probably a little easier for her now with the squad, but I really rate Ronica.
Right, they're on boot camp right now.
That's cool.
As well.
That's cool. Yeah, obviously it's, you know, getting into the league is such a big thing. So you want to put all you can into achieving that. But yeah, there's a lot of talent in that team. Ulyss, Avarona, Ronica. A lot to like. Very excited to see all these teams as the season progresses. They're in this group too. It's their first game.
There's a lot of teams on boot camp, actually, thinking about it. Big are currently on boot camp. NAVI, they're currently at home, but they're going to boot camp. And who else is on boot camp right now? HSG are on boot camp for the entirety of ESL Impact Season 6 group stage. So obviously, they're a team that were in the Asia region. They're now playing out of Spain. They're going to be here the entire time. Their match with Imperial actually is one of the last games of the season, which I think is really exciting, in my opinion, because it gives HSG that time in Europe. And they're like fully prepared to go and play Imperial, who they came so close to a couple of seasons ago, nearly knocking them out of the tournament. It's really cool. And Astralis are going on boot camp as well next week.
I mean, HSG, they're one of the first teams to ever even take a map off them. Yeah, they almost eliminated them, right? Season 4.
Yes.
That was, yeah, very close. So many overtimes. Yeah, it's going to be a really exciting season. I feel like every season's exciting for different reasons. For me, this one, it's just because there's so much new.
That's true. It feels like every season there's so much new.
This one feels particularly new.
I guess with NAVI going international, that's kind of the
Yeah,
big
and
headline,
HSG
right?
being here. It's like there's a
True.
lot of things. NOP are in a different group to big and Imperial. So, yeah, there's a lot to be excited about. Especially the game getting back underway.
Yeah, mid-control established. Flashbang dodged. D7. Oh, gets a dink. Is able to translate the spray just about. Finds 2 kills from her position in mid. That was a little bit scrappy, but hey, she got the kills.
Yeah, that was the messiest 2K you'll see in a minute. And from someone who's normally very mechanical, but we'll forgive her. A very, very good kill back. Hanka slips in, and with Astra over the top, they crunch on middle. Could have got out of hand for NAVI, but with multiple frags coming their way in middle, D7 able to convert that one. Will be a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, really good crunch here from NAVI, and it was essentially selling D7 out, but she's done her job, and then the rest of the team can just step in and provide support. Hankering from Donut, getting 2 critical kills as well. Mac 10s. Oh, so many Mac 10s for Let Her Cook. Molly missed for NAVI as well. They're just straight in cave.
Very fast. Astra, you need to be careful. Yeah, run down. Very has a point to prove in this map. Oh, yeah, she does. Viku. Oh, no, Viku. Yeah, as soon as she fired off, she was done for. Sometimes you just need a whole W. That's the Let Her Cook method. And, yeah, works out great.
Yeah, miss Molly from NAVI. Also, Astra just got completely disorientated with what was going on. I think Astra was really expecting a Molly to land at her feet in cave. Instead, it doesn't. It lands in the pocket, and then she decides to smoke that. Maybe if she just smoked cave off, it would have been a little bit of a different story. But Let Her Cook, it's the pace change that prevails, and this Jonana that now gets an AWP basically for free. And they're hunting this. I like this a lot. Any upgrades are great upgrades. There we go. Money made, and rifles denied. D7 also spotted. Just needs to try and live, and we'll just about.
See this pathing from my very easy as you like it. Not the best force back. Iku gets an AWP. It comes with a lot of MP9s.
And Let Her Cook, what I like to do on T-side is really make mid a priority. The VQ. That's the AWP head-to-head we've been eagerly awaiting. And the flashbang deep sends the MP9s around the corner, and Jelka does a very, and in amongst all of that chaos, they've also got the C4.
Astra with the recovered AWP. Also line, but it's VQ's. Finds a second. There's Astra's. That's that double AWP possibility we mentioned. Not in the way we envisioned, but you take a freebie you find on the floor. Manashine has a good position if she had teammates to play off. Instead, just 1-5. That doesn't look like it'll get started. As Hanka in the open is able to get that one.
Astra is going to keep the AWP. You imagine that one of her and VQ would just go and post over at A. Nice shot out of VQ. I really like this adjustment from Navi as well. As soon as they got that first finds, it was VQ that just flashed the MP9s down the ramp, and they just took all the space. They just commanded the respect out of Let Her Cook. D7's been given the secondary AWP. Never mind, it's not Astra. She's playing over towards B. It's D7 anchoring A.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I don't know if I've ever seen the D7 AWP, but I'm excited to. Again, fast through cave. I feel like this is the specialty of Let Her Cook. But the passive hold is perfection from Na'Vi. Manashine will get a double up, and Bomb's allowed to go down, so it's not over yet, especially with Joanna hitting another. Spotting the jiggle, Astra seen, and she's low too. D7 swaps to the AK, good HE. And the Molotov forward. It's got to be Manashine, needs the quad kill. Just gonna move forward. Oh, great reposition. It's perfection, gets one more. D7, here's the reload. Manashine has the exact read on D7's position, but the wide swing is enough. Manashine gives it a good go, but can't quite get it over the line.
Oh, that's close though. That's Let Her Cook. You feel like they're forcing the issue. And in the same breath, Na'Vi did exactly the same. They got the kills initially over towards short, and then they felt comfortable just scaling back into the site and trying to shut down this retake before it even happened. And that allows room for Manashine to breathe. And Joanna allowed to follow up. That was nearly an incredible moment for Manashine, but can't quite get it over the line. And Let Her Cook have now been relegated to a hero AK and Deagles. And the pace shift that has worked previously this time fails them.
It looked so good for a moment, just when they were able to get into the 2-on-2. Phenomenal stuff from a 2-on-5 position. Now it's Operation Fishing for Joanna. Astra will spot her and deploys the smoke to provide safety and bait in the line from Angelica. So, should be all good. Kobe does have armor behind the AK, but 3 players reinforced B, shouldn't expect much.
You shouldn't, but Let Her Cook have got a knack of making these rounds just look winnable, even when you feel like they shouldn't be. 45 seconds, they're about to go up B and try and isolate some kills. Onto Astra would be a good start. She's playing a really horrible angle to try and clear. Shadow spotted as well. She's got the advantage. And she also got her teammates. Here comes the swing out of both Angelica and Hanka. Manashine. Oh, Manashine.
Oh.
This is what I mean. I just don't know how they keep getting away with this.
Surely she can't. Oh my god. Manashine's making these rounds very competitive. I can't believe she almost does that. What the heck is? That was just a hero AK. It comes down to a 1v1 again. 2 rounds of Manashine almost pulls out of nothing. At the end of the day, they are rounds that go for Navi.
Yeah, I mean, they are, but... Whew. It's what, 3v5? No. Less. 1v4, almost. Back to the fight for middle. No smoke on elbow is really interesting. Na'Vi are really content in fighting this. They understand that Let Her Cook want to split in from shelf in the utility. It's perfect. D7 spots ahead. Can't get the kill. Has to fall back, but Hanka's baited in. Manashine surely should be clearing this. But she'll give it not even a cursory glance. Hanka gets the opener, and getting out of here is going to be tricky.
So much damage being applied. Although, yeah, Hanka gives one up. What? I don't think she saw the second player. I honestly don't think she saw the second player. That's a great shot from Millie, though. So it's not done yet, despite D7's insane double. She's going to move towards A main. She's going to hear this too, so she's going to comment over. Rotations will be here, but smoke lands on CT. I think they know they can isolate D7. Oh, maybe not. Looked like they were going to consider it, but she slides in, hides, just throwing weapons at her enemy. Jordana can't get away.
Astra. Weapon swap in there is audacious, and it just works.
Well,
and it
at
just
least she was
works.
up against an AWP as well anyway, and has D7 just like off main. It looked funny though.
It did.
Well, did she see too? I need to know.
Yes.
Okay, she did. That's crazy.
Finally a breather, and you might argue, well, why haven't they called this one earlier? It's because the rounds have looked incredibly winnable here for Leto Cook. Manashine's been making this one extremely competitive. The economy's always been kept honest for NAVI. But finally, they get a little bit of respite, and in a blink of an eye, it is 7 CT rounds. The scoreline really doesn't justify what has been going on the server, in my opinion.
Eco, and it's fast. It's classic. Uchill does a bit. Astra needs to be ready. And does enough damage, you think? Oh, you think? Hanka? Hanka's a dependable pair of hands. She should be fine, especially with 3 players so low. They got 2 HEs. Okay, one's just a blow of smoke. Molly, forward.
You know Jonana's going through this. You know she's going through it. Yeah, D7's got to hold for it. Flashbang forward, melee up close. Not dealt with. Oh. It has to fall to D7 again versus Manashine, but Manashine cannot win out in the 1v1s. It's D7 to clutch up again for NAVI, but how close it comes once more for Leto Cook. These rounds are heartbreaking.
Yeah, and I feel like all of them are rounds that they shouldn't be winning as well. That's the crazy thing. It's always these half buys where they just burst in. Great kills from D7. I can't believe Melly gets a double with, what, 20 HP and a Tech 9? Granted, one is the AWP swinging. So that was always going to be pretty easy for her, but yeah, great double up. You can't fault Manashine.
No.
At all. That was never her round to win, to be honest, from that position. It's not her fault that those 3 1v1s have gone the other way, because they were 1v1 she had to claw back in 2 of the instances from like 2-on-5s. And that one there is just too hard. Gonna force their way up. Angelica can't transfer. So VQ in cave. Required to step up, and she does. Not plan a default, so the spam doesn't connect. It's player advantage, but it's again a B post plant. And better positioning from Leto Cook this time.
Do you know that Astra's here as well? Jonana, important in red room. Instant trade out of D7 yet again. And the player advantage is still falling, or at least it was for a moment, in favor of NAVI. A 2 versus 2. Smoked, cut off melee. Manashine reveals her spot, but it's the reposition out of melee to be enough, you would think. And finally, an after plant holds.
Yeah, well, it turns out when they've got the weapons and the utility, it's a lot easier. And that, again, was with the player disadvantage. So when it comes to the B bomb site, the post plans are fantastic. They're getting in, they're getting the bomb down, they're setting up well. It's just that they haven't had the weaponry before this. So when they've got it all, looks great. Again, Brandon, I thought that was you making a noise.
It wasn't.
Not a good buy for NAVI in the final round, so Leto Cook poised for 4. They're going to go into an empty bomb site, just D7 in the cave with a 5-7. So they'll get full control. CTs will be here very quickly, but bombs allowed to go down. And this retake is so difficult. But good start.
You got smokes, you got kits. No, you don't, actually. You've just got smokes. And for Let Her Cook, this is one in which you assume they're just going to put to bed. Anchor sent to sleep by the HE. And Manashine just posted in the best possible angle for this. And between her and Melly, actually the kills are going back the other way. And Jelka's made this possible, but Jonanna locks it in. Let Her Cook will stabilize and get 4 at the tail end of the first half.
Let Her Cook's map pick, but it is NAVI that look the most at home, it feels, with 8 on that city side. Now they go to the T side. See? That sounds just like you. Or a Minecraft villager. I often conflate the two of you. Jonanna flashed, looking for the shot, but forced back. And Angelica really wants to take this fight. She'll win it.
Yeah, that's important. Shadow spotted for Avery. She'll start to scale. This is really fast. Oh my gosh, look at all the players for Let Her Cook coming out temple. And it's Avery to strike down 2, but it's D7. Ever reliable to provide a little bit of outlet. Equalization established. Let Her Cook still pour out a temple, but you're never expecting Hanker on the corner of the box. NAVI, that is back-to-back pistols for them on Ancient.
Yeah, well played by Hanka there. I mean, D7 getting those 2 kills just makes it so hard for Lettercook to know where Hanka is. So she's just able to tuck behind Big Box. The contact comes in from A main and it sets her up for success to close it. Lettercook very fast on the response, as they tend to be. Ivari was unfortunately not enough. They're going to stack the A bomb site, which is the right read. This is a cool stack. I don't know if I've seen this.
I haven't.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
neat.
You know those TikTok NPC streams? Why have they not done one with a Minecraft villager?
Oh, that would be so good. I mean, I think it wouldn't be very entertaining because it'd just be the grunting. So just grunting at you for like however long you want to watch it.
Let's see this stack. Oh, they're all flashed. And now they're not. And suddenly you know, oh,
bye.
Let's go B. See you later. Oh, they're running at the main. I love this out of Lettercook. Astra can't do anything with it. Avery lives on 1 HP. And now it's a foot race to the B site.
Yeah, the T's will get there first, but D7 has no utility to block them off and slow them down. So she has to scale towards long. Hanka has a smoke she can deploy. And she will. D7 calls for it. Now they have to force their way through into D7, who gets a double. Still a fair advantage. But with the bomb down, Hanka removes one. Smoke lands in cave. This is super uncomfortable, actually. Oh, this could go either way. Melly has an AK, but they swing in tandem, and that is enough. Hanka with the 3K. But that's a great eco from Lettercook.
How many times are Lettercook going to nearly win a round they've got no business winning? That's got to be 4 or 5 now.
The key thing is nearly, and that's the difference between 10-4 and a much better map for Lettercook.
Yeah, 9-5.
Yeah, I guess.
What a shame. Because, again, this scoreline does not do this game justice. But the reality of the situation is that NAVI are 3 rounds away from not only taking Lettercook's map pick, but taking the series in 2-0 fashion after that double overtime headline on Inferno.
First gun round.
Sorry, I was going to say the thing I'm concerned about most here is lack of util for Lettercook.
Yeah, it's really lacking, isn't it? So they've gone for just a line where they can fight in cave. But if Navi avoid this, if they get into a bomb site, it becomes very hard for Lettercook to retake without that util, especially A. Aggression down the ramp, VQ wants to punish it on the timing. Do a lot of damage, but don't get the kill. But I think with this positioning, it's going to entice them back to B. D7, they're holding. Punishes Jonana on the swing. She also low HP player. VQ gets hers as well. And so it's Melly versus the entirety of Navi. She's standing up and delivers one. Nice and easy. Can't quite get the second, but does a lot of damage.
Smash, I know about Donut? No. Angelka, that is one position to be in if you're a lurker. Always going to catch the player that's even pushed a main, a flanking middle. I'm really surprised that Lettercook re-aggressed that. Or maybe I shouldn't be at this point. But, you know, like that felt like not a wise re-aggression. I felt a little bit desperate.
G7's 25 for 7, by the way.
Yeah, 3 KD, not bad.
Yeah, pretty good.
Hank has still got over 100 ADR.
Yeah, between the two of them, they've been doing a lot of work in this series. That's going to be 11. And with just Hikomi living, it's not feeling quite so good for Lettercook right now. So this one played out. It was that regress down round that was punished by a lot of Navi players lying in wait. Melly had won that fight. Maybe there was a chance back into it, but again, she was the only one on B.
I just did some quick maths. Lettercook have 41 kills as a team. D7 and Hanka have 37 between both of them.
Wow. That's a whole lot of kills. This is kind of fun. Well, fun for NAVI, that is.
Anchor's behind Jonana. Oh, okay. VQ was holding. That was a really strange timing.
Yeah, Jonana loves their smoke push. And now you spotted the final player. This will be map and series points secured in a matter of moments. Oh, in a matter of moments.
The Kobe can drop over an AWP, so can Mana Shine.
Astra has higher ADR than D7, but half the kills.
Really? What?
Really putting in the effort, but not getting the rewards.
That's wild. How many assists is she on?
7, I think. There must have been hefty assists as well.
Yeah. Let's see. Can we go Astra POV? Thank you. 11 assists.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, 7 deaths. So, yeah, she's helped out a lot.
Thank you, observers. Appreciate you.
Wait, 17? Yeah, okay. So Risso's assists are a lot of damage.
I think this is fast out of Navi.
Or long smoke, I'm not sure. It's one of the two.
Long.
It's long. And it's fast, as you mentioned, but a lot of damage done by the utility. Iveri and Melly getting a kill apiece. The spam almost enough to get the kill back. Molly not able to do it, but D7's bullets do. Meanwhile, Jonana found another. Navi bodies littering the ramp. 2-3 for Astra and D7.
Can they make this winnable? Can they give it the let her cook treatment? That's clever. Fate drop to keep Astra on the boost. Whilst D7 holds for a push. Or D7 now needs to help Astra because Astra has fallen off the boost and on a swivel. That's unfortunate timing. If Astra had just stayed on there just for a couple of extra seconds, surely Jonana gets blindsided and then D7 can focus on Hakomi.
Yeah, because the idea was really cool. The drop down actually did find success in terms of it baited in the play that they were hoping for, but a difficult one. They tried to go fast up ramp, got devastated on their way in. So they couldn't get to stay alive for another round, but plenty of money in the Navi tank to keep fighting forward. Chromie looking to scale up. Iveri swinging with the MP9, almost the double up. Traded after one. They weren't actually allowed to go up towards ledge. Looked like they really wanted to fight it, but they decided not to.
That's actually a really good reaction out of Iveri. Because Navi dropped that heaven smoke. As soon as the molly came in, it was a smoke back for Let Her Cook, and it was Iveri that was fighting, and you feel like Manashai might even just progress and push her in towards mid if things get a little bit tricky. But for Navi, they actually just vacate B. They want nothing to do with this control. And look at what the utility is sparse for Let Her Cook, right? There's no smokes. Manashine's in the power position of the round, but you expect Navi to clear this. Meanwhile, speaking of clearing, Let Her Cook have now got all of B, and Manashine is gone.
Oh, that's devastating. But Melly deals one back. And that's not information if you're Navi. Maximum one player on A. They're worried about a player being here. They're very slow on their approach, but it's not going to matter because Let Her Cook aren't going to be quick on the rotate. In fact, they're just going to hold their ground and hope that Navi come back to B, trying to play the mind games. Navi being thorough on the clear, wanting to get donut control first before they plant, but bomb down. Melly and Hakomi need to pull off this 2v3. That's a good start to it. But they have to force their way through the smoke, and it's straight into Angelka. Traded out, but Astra there to get the final kill and to win out the series over her former team. It's Navi taking it 2-0.
Yeah, just like that. It was double OT. D7 saying, how do we get there on Inferno? Because Ancient was just so clean for Na'Vi. Astra at the helm. New